Bonjour and welcome to the Tarot of Claude. Today I'm going to be doing your weekend message for the 13th and 14th of November. I hope you're doing well and that you've had a good week. So without further ado, let's see what energies we have for the weekend. I was feeling the ocean vibes today, so I decided to go all nautical on you. So what are the energies for this weekend, 13th and 14th of November? All right. So your first energy is blend into the environment. Look at that octopus, love it. So it says, you have many skills and can fit into any situation. Take time to assess what's going on around you and adapt accordingly. Interesting. That's the first message. Let's have a look at the second energy. I was born by the sea, so I have quite a few decks with, you know, ocean vibes. I just love them. They speak to me. So that's second energy. All right. And we have abundance. Awesome, that's what we like to see. So this is talking about you having many skills and bringing abundance. Well, I'll take that any day. So I'm going to do a 9-card spread with my tarot deck to shed some light on this. Although, quite frankly, we could just stop here. It's just really good, isn't it? I mean, I'd stop at abundance and be happy with that. So what is this? Blending into the environment and get abundance. It's like being a chameleon, isn't it? The octopus is the chameleon of the sea. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, so let's see. So, Nine of Swords, can you see that? I hope so, because the cards are slightly smaller. Oh, well, that's cut your pictures. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hang on. I hope you can see it now. Yep. And this is at the bottom of the deck, which is the Two of Pentacles. Let me put it here. Okay, so the bottom of the deck has to do with the underlying energies that you're not aware are at work around you. And the Two is to do with choices, decisions, partnerships sometimes as well. Pentacles is to do with your, let me show you the card because I really like this. This is a Tarot de Marseille, by the way, deck, but all nautical. And the Pentacles is to do with your physical environment, so home life, work life, job, careers, financial assets, that kind of stuff. And so the Two of Pentacles talks about, you know, making a decision. So should I go left or should I go right, that kind of thing. It could be to do with jobs, obviously. You know, like choosing between two jobs, choosing to start a new business, choosing to push yourself forward for a promotion, that kind of thing. And you have quite a few swords in this spread. I hope you can see it. You've got swords here, the 9, the 10 of swords, and then you've got the 5 and the 2 of swords. So you have another 2 as well, which is to do with decisions and so on and so forth. And in the center of your spread, you have the Valet de Bâton. And so these Valet is the page, bearer of news, new directions, that kind of thing. And Baton is the Wands, so, you know, passion, excitement, new direction, something that's exciting for you. So if you look at the top row, you have the Nine of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. Now, swords are to do with your thoughts, your intellect, truth, and communication. The whole of the top row is to do with that, and it's in the past. So the Nine of Swords is, 9 is the number of achievement, and it's overcoming worries and challenging thoughts. That's what this represents. And the Page of Swords can represent a new way of looking at things, which then brings you the Ten of Swords, which is completion, the end of those worries that you had. It's a painful process. It's in your past, it's in your top row, so it's a painful process, but it reaches the end. You can see the progression. You get from the 9 to the 10, and you have the page in the middle, which leads me to believe that this page was instrumental to you overcoming those thoughts, worries, anxiety, and reaching the end of it, but quite tired, obviously, because it's it's difficult to overcome our own fears and worries. And as I said, the Page of Swords can be either someone delivering some truths to you, harshly, but, you know, telling you as it is, or it could be you looking at things from a different and more innovative way, and getting yourself out of that Nine of Swords into the Ten of Swords. So in the near past, it's not been easy, is what I would say, and it could represent worry at work, for instance, you know, and overcoming them. In the next row, you've got the Queen of Swords, the Page of Wands, as I said, is right in the middle, and the Five of Wands. Now, the queens are receptive energies as opposed to the kings who take action, but they, you know, the more mature court cards, so they are experienced. And the Queen of Swords she basically cuts what no longer serves her. She's very fair, but she can also be very sharp. She's confident and not very flexible. And then you have that Page of Wands who comes in charging with news, exciting news, or a new direction, you know, like, oh, let's go and do this, that kind of thing. And this brings about the Five of Wands. 5 is the number of change and challenges, but to do with exciting things. So it can bring about some friction, which is why I'm thinking about the first card I drew, which talked about you have many skills, you can fit in any situation, just make sure you assess what's going on around you and adapt accordingly. So you could have been pulled into something at work, you know, like a storm in a teacup kind of thing, and this has stirred quite a few problems, probably between that queen and the page, and there's a little bit of friction, you know, a lack of harmony, you know, things are a bit fiery at the moment. Now, in the near future, you get the Three of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Now, I can't help but see that you've got two twos, which is about choices and decisions. Generally speaking, the Two of Swords represents like a blockage, because you don't have all of the facts in order to make a decision. And the Three of Wands is talking about seeing the beginning of growth in something that, you know, you feel passionate about. And then you have the Five of Swords in the middle. Now, the Five of Swords is a breakthrough. It's a Tarot de Marseille interpretation. I know the Five of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith talks about, you know, you've got two people looking very sad because someone has done something bad and has won. The Five of Swords sometimes talks about doing something to achieve what you want, but not everyone will agree with you. But it is a breakthrough. It's going to unstick you from any problem you may experience. So I'm seeing that you are wanting or having to make a choice or a decision. And I'm getting that message that it's about work. I don't know why. And you're probably thinking, well, you know, I'm kind of stuck, because I don't know which side to take. Maybe you're being pulled between that Queen of Swords and that Page of Wands. You know, there's frictions clearly happening in that middle row. So you're going to look at things probably differently, and this is going to bring about that breakthrough in your thought process. And at the moment you're not making a decision, and the cards are telling you to make a decision, because if you use what you have learned from the past, which is how you overcame your worries and anxiety by looking at things differently, if you use this, you will be able to kind of blend in, and maybe not making your decision so apparent that you get in trouble, if you see what I'm saying. But it is time to make a decision so that you can get to your abundance. Sometimes the Two of Swords talks about blocking so that you can protect something that's not ready to be born yet. This is what the traditional symbolism of the Tarot de Marseille cards give you. You see the cards, the flowers in the middle. So if you've got your two swords here and the flowers in the middle, they are blossoming, they're growing, but the swords are just protecting their growth until it's time for them to be out, you know, in the environment, basically. So it could be that you're not making the decision because you're not ready yet. But you are going to have to make a decision fairly soon. And whatever decision you make, this is going to bring you abundance, as long as you don't do anything too rash. Okay, because it is saying to you, assess what's going on around you and adapt accordingly. But the outcome will be abundance. Now, abundance does not have to be material money. It could also be, you know, you could feel abundant in your relationships and see all of these swords that was quite heavy energy go away for you. So, you know, you could have an abundant workplace where everyone gets on and things, you know, move forward nicely, the work gets done because, you know, the frictions have gone away. So remember to blend in is what the cards are saying, and assess carefully. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. The mid-month tarot readings for your zodiac signs are going to be out Saturday and Sunday in 2 waves. So if you want to check them out, I'm going to leave a card left or right here and you'll be able to. And thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me. If any of this resonated or helped you in any way, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to communicate with you. I wish you a fantastic weekend. I hope you have a great time and that you relax. And I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.